Today I will give you 50 advanced adjectives to describe a person. You could describe their personality or their physical appearance. Now 30 of these are positive adjectives. 20 are negative adjectives. I'm going to give you their meanings. I'm going to give you example sentences. And these are advanced C1 level adjectives. So get ready to sound like a confident English speaker and let's get going. Hey everyone, this is Chetna and you're watching ChetChat. And this content is also available as a video podcast on Skill Up with ChetChat, available exclusively on Spotify. Let's begin with the 30 positive adjectives. Number 1, vivacious. Vivacious. If you know someone who's lively, energetic, full of enthusiasm, you can call them vivacious. They are vibrant, animated, full of energy, and they uplift those around them. Example, Adya's vivacious spirit lights up the gathering as she effortlessly engages everyone with her enthusiasm and charm. Adventurous. You can use adventurous to describe someone if adventure is their thing, if they are bold, daring, and eager to explore new experiences. They're curious, they're ready to take on challenges, and they're willing to step outside their comfort zone. Example, Veer's adventurous nature makes him the perfect companion for spontaneous road trips and off-the-beaten-path adventures. Resilient. If you meet someone who has the ability to recover quickly from difficult situations, to adapt to challenges and bounce back from setbacks, you can call them resilient. Example, after experiencing a major setback in her career, Astha showed her resilient nature by reevaluating her goals and starting afresh. Captivating. Captivating. If you meet someone who's extremely interesting, charming or engaging, capable of capturing the attention and fascination of everyone, they are captivating. They capture your attention. They can draw people in and hold their interest. Example, Adi's captivating storytelling skills transport listeners to another world as he weaves intricate narratives and leaves them spellbound. Sagacious. Sagacious is an adjective used to describe someone who's wise and insightful and shows good judgment. Example, as the student council president, Rida demonstrated her sagacious leadership skills by making wise decisions that benefited the entire student body. Charismatic. Charismatic. There's always that one person in your friend circle who possesses a compelling charm, a magnetic personality, and the ability to attract and inspire others. This person has a captivating presence and is able to influence and engage people effectively. Very charming and graceful. They have a charisma. You can call them charismatic. Example, Sahil is a charismatic speaker who effortlessly captivates his audience with his engaging presentations and persuasive speaking skills. Empathetic. If you have a friend who has the ability to understand and share the feelings and experiences of others, if the person is compassionate, sensitive, and capable of offering support and comfort, you can call them empathetic. Empathy is different from sympathy. Empathy is about compassion and understanding that we give to somebody else, whereas sympathy is more like a feeling of pity for somebody else. Example, Sonam is an empathetic student who always takes the time to listen to her classmates' concerns and provides a comforting presence. Enterprising. Enterprising. Imagine a person who's very entrepreneurial and can literally run a full enterprise themselves. You could call them enterprising. An enterprising person is resourceful, proactive, shows initiative in pursuing new opportunities or ventures. They have a creative and entrepreneurial mindset, and they also have a willingness to take risk and seize opportunities for personal or professional growth. Example, Anvika's enterprising nature is evident in her ability to network effectively and create meaningful collaborations with industry professionals. Enigmatic. Enigmatic. A person is enigmatic if they are mysterious and puzzling and difficult to understand or interpret, almost like a riddle. There's a certain sense of intrigue and fascination surrounding their character or behavior. They are an enigma, a mystery. Example, I've known him for years, but he's completely enigmatic. I have no idea what his interests are or what he's really like. Tell me your favorite 5 adjectives out of this list of 50 in the comment section, or if you have any other adjectives. Tenacious, tenacious. This adjective is for someone who is persistent, determined, and they don't give up easily. You find them holding on strongly, especially onto their goals. You can call them tenacious. They have tenacity. Example, Pulkit's tenacious approach to learning allowed him to master difficult subjects and excel academically. Dashing. Dashing is an adjective to describe someone who's stylish, attractive, confident, and charismatic. To cut a dash means to give a showy appearance or act brilliantly. And a dashing person has elegance, charm, and confidence. Example, Arush looks dashing with his impeccable fashion sense and suave demeanor that turns heads wherever he goes. Gracious. A person is gracious if they are kind, courteous, and display elegance and grace in their actions. You find them generous, polite, and warm. Avani is a gracious host in the way she treats everyone with respect and is kind and courteous to each of the guests. Perceptive. You could call someone perceptive when they have a keen ability to notice and interpret subtle details and nuances. They are observant and quick to understand situations or people. Example, Sarah is a perceptive person who quickly notices if someone in the group is feeling low or sad. Exuberant. Exuberant. If you meet someone who's lively, enthusiastic, full of energy, you can call them exuberant. This person is full of joy and excitement with high spirits and a zest for life. Dhruv is an exuberant student who brings infectious energy to the room, always eager to participate and engage with his peers. P.S. One common mistake I've seen many students make is that they say exuberant when they want to talk about something that is very expensive. I've heard them say that watch is exuberant. That is incorrect. What they meant to say was exorbitant. When something is unreasonably high or very costly, the word to use is exorbitant, not exuberant. Whimsical. I love the sound of this word. Whimsical. Very musical. You can call someone whimsical if they are playful, quirky, and spontaneous and have an imaginative charm. If you decide at the last minute to fly to Europe, you could say you went there on a whim. A whimsical person is full of whims. They have odd ideas that usually occur to them very suddenly. Aditi's whimsical personality brings joy and laughter to her friends as she often surprises them with unexpected and delightful antics. And now that we have learned 15 adjectives, please press that like button if you're enjoying this video. And on to the next 35 adjectives. Adaptable. Adaptable. You would use adaptable if you want to describe someone who's flexible, versatile, and they kind of adjust to new situations or circumstances. This person has the ability to quickly and effectively adjust to any changes that happen around them, and they actually thrive in diverse environments. Example, Kiara is an adaptable student who seamlessly adjusts to different teaching styles, allowing her to excel academically. Serene. Serene is a beautiful word, and it describes a person who's calm, peaceful, and tranquil. This person is Buddha-like, and they have a sense of inner peace and composure, which is untroubled by the outside world. You know, serene was actually used to describe peaceful and clear weather. But example, Ananya is a serene person who approaches challenges with a calm and composed demeanor, never allowing stress to affect her performance. Ingenious. Ingenious. If you meet someone who is exceptionally clever, they're inventive, they're original in their thinking and their problem-solving abilities, you can call them ingenious. It's like they are a clever and talented genius in coming up with innovative solutions or ideas. Example, Ishan's ingenious ideas during group discussions inspire his friends and encourage them to think outside the box. Empowered. You would call someone empowered if they have the power, if they are confident, capable, and in control of their own life and actions. An empowered person is self-assured. They are independent and they have the power to make decisions independently. Example, a bear is an empowered student who takes ownership of his learning, actively seeking opportunities for growth and advocates for himself. Diligent. You would use diligent to describe someone who is hardworking, thorough, and shows consistent effort and attention to detail in their tasks or responsibilities. They love what they're doing and they sincerely work at it. Example, Trisha is very diligent in her research and she ensures that she thoroughly investigates every aspect of the topic before coming to a conclusion. Radiant. Radiant. Imagine someone in your group who's glowing, beaming, and exuding a bright and positive energy. It's like they're radiating light and they have a vibrant and captivating presence. They give out joy, beauty, or light. Example, Jay's radiant personality lights up the room as his positive outlook and charm uplift those around him. Resourceful. Now, if you know someone who's inventive, creative, and can kind of find solutions or alternatives to problems using only those resources that are available to them, you can call them resourceful. Now, these people have this ability to think outside the box and they are skilled at finding those practical solutions and making the best of their circumstances. Example, Rihan is very resourceful and every time we have a class project, he is able to quickly organize all the different types of material required in a short time. Enlightened. Enlightened. Imagine someone who has a halo on their head, a light of knowledge and spirituality. You can call this person enlightened, especially if they have a deep understanding in intellectual or spiritual matters. Enlightened literally means into the light. And these are the people who are well informed, they're open-minded, and they are intellectually aware. Agastya is an enlightened student who demonstrates a profound understanding of complex philosophical concepts and engages in insightful discussions. Ethereal. Ethereal. If you see someone who's delicate, seems too perfect or beautiful to belong to this world, they have a sense of grace, elegance, and an almost mystical quality that sets them apart. You can call them ethereal. Ethereal means air or upper regions of space. An ethereal person strikes you as heavenly or supernatural. Example, Inaya's ethereal dancing style is like poetry in motion as she effortlessly glides around the stage, captivating the audience with her grace. Meticulous. Meticulous. You can use meticulous as an adjective to describe someone who's very thorough. They are precise and they pay great attention to detail in their work or actions. They are very careful and they do things with great precision and accuracy. Example, Raghav is a meticulous student who carefully checks his work for errors, ensuring that every detail is accurate before submitting his assignments. Intuitive. If you know someone who has a strong instinct and is able to make quick and accurate judgments or decisions based on just an inner knowledge or like a gut feeling, then you can call them intuitive. An intuitive feeling makes people pause and notice the small things that others might just ignore. They have a natural ability to understand or perceive things instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. Example, Ruchi has an intuitive understanding of people's emotions, which enables her to provide comfort and support to those in need. Dynamic. A dynamic person is like a dynamo, energetic, active, has a lively and engaging personality. When you are with a dynamic person, there's a lot going on. They are enthusiastic and they could be excitable and full of energy. Example, Kush's dynamic personality shines through his engaging presentations and vibrant storytelling, captivating his audience. Resolute. A resolute person is one who resolves to do something, who decides to do something, who's determined, firm, and unwavering in their decisions. Once they decide something, it's not easy to change their path, no matter what challenges or obstacles come up. Example, her parents wanted her to marry, but she was focused on her education and remained resolute. Exquisite. Exquisite means to be beautiful in a very delicate and refined way. If you come across an extreme feminine beauty, you find them graceful, elegant, or refined, you can call them exquisite. You can also use the adjective exquisite, by the way, for artifacts which are beautifully crafted and delicate in appearance. Example, Arushi possesses an exquisite voice that captivates the audience with its depth and richness. Enchanting. When I think of the word enchanting, I'm reminded of those magical Enid Blyton books that I read as a kid, The Enchanted World, full of magic. Someone who's enchanting has a sense of magic or fascination surrounding them, making you feel like you are under their spell. They are charming, delightful, and they captivate others with their personality. Example, Abhimanyu is an enchanting storyteller, weaving tales that transport listeners to magical realms. So we've done the first part of the lesson, the 30 positive adjectives to describe someone. Tell me which ones were your favorite. And now it's time for those 20 negative adjectives. Let's begin though. I hope you're going to use them sparingly since these negative words can hurt. Okay? And now for the negative adjectives. Cynical. If you come across a person who is distrustful of others' motives, does not easily believe others, someone who has a kind of negative or pessimistic outlook, they question everything. They question the integrity of others. You can refer to them as cynical. Example, Chavi has become cynical after experiencing multiple betrayals and disappointments in her personal relationships. Quirky. Quirky. If you have this one person in your group who is unconventional, eccentric, or has a very peculiar type of mannerism, you can call them quirky. Another word for quirky is idiosyncratic. This word is a light-hearted way of referring to someone as weird, especially if they have kind of unusual habits or behaviors. Example, Shiv is known for his quirky fashion sense, always wearing mismatched patterns and colorful accessories. Vindictive. You would refer to someone as vindictive if they try to take revenge, hold grudges, they kind of try to harm somebody, they try to punish someone in order to take revenge. We can also say that they are malicious and spiteful by nature. Ansh is known for his vindictive behavior, always seeking to get even with those that he believes have wronged him. Pompous. If you come across someone who walks around with a lot of pomp and show, you can call them pompous. They are arrogant, they are self-important, and they are extremely kind of show-offy in their behavior or speech. Now, show-offy is not really a word, but you understand what I mean. A pompous person has a superiority complex. They think too highly of themselves. Example, Garima's pompous demeanor often alienates others as she constantly boasts about her achievements and belittles everyone else around her. Peculiar. Peculiar means odd or strange. You can use this to describe someone who is unusual or odd in a sort of unpleasant way. Example, she has the most peculiar ideas. The building has a peculiar shape. The soup had a peculiar taste. Or the murder took place in very peculiar circumstances. Callous. You could call someone callous if they are hard-hearted, insensitive, unfeeling, or they lack empathy towards any kind of suffering or feelings of others. They may have a cold or hardened attitude and show a lack of concern for everyone else. Example, Yug's callous response to his friend's troubles showed his lack of compassion and empathy. Melancholic. If you come across someone who is sad, gloomy, or prone to depression, you can call them melancholic. Example, Tanish's melancholic demeanor becomes more apparent after the loss of her loved ones as she withdrew from social interactions. You could also call a sad song a haunting, melancholic melody or a melancholy. Nefarious. I like how this word rolls off the tongue. Nefarious. But this is one wicked adjective, literally. You can use it if you met someone who's wicked, villainous, criminal, or evil in intent. They deliberately want to cause harm, often in a secretive or a deceptive manner. Batman and Superman are always fighting evildoers and stalling their nefarious plots. Haughty. You could refer to someone as haughty if they are arrogant, superior, snobbish, or disdainful towards others. Kind of like hoity-toity. They have an attitude of superiority and a condescending demeanor. They look down upon others. Arya's haughty attitude made it difficult for others to approach her, as she always acted as if she was better than everyone else. Or the nobles treated the common people with haughty contempt. Abrasive. An abrasive person is harsh and rude. They create irritation or friction in their interactions with others. Have you seen that rough sandpaper and how it can damage a surface on which it is rubbed? An abrasive person is similarly harsh. They can be aggressive or rude in the way they speak to others. Example, Zishan's abrasive personality made it difficult for him to maintain friendships, as he often spoke without considering the feeling of others. Pensive. If you find someone deep in thought, often with a hint of sadness or seriousness, you can call them pensive. They may be engaged in deep or serious thinking or introspection. After losing his job, Alex became more pensive than ever. Or, unrequited love caused her to be in a very pensive mood. Wary. You can describe someone as wary if they are cautious, alert, and kind of careful in their approach to things. They're often watchful, they're on the guard against any kind of danger or trickery. They're often distrustful or suspicious and very careful to avoid potential risks or dangers. Example, the hiker was wary of venturing too close to the edge of the cliff due to the steep drop. Pretentious. A person is pretentious if they are showing off something that they do not have. They make fake claims about being more important, knowledgeable, or claims about being richer than they really are. They pretend to be something or someone that they are not. Example, Ritesh's pretentious attitude was evident in his constant name-dropping and exaggerated stories of his supposed achievements. Or, if you don't want to be accused of being pretentious, just act naturally and don't put on airs. Haggard. Haggard. You can describe a person as haggard if they appear exhausted, worn out, or so tired that they look a bit older and gaunt. They have a tired and unwell appearance, and that could come from stress, lack of sleep, or an illness. Example, Brinda's haggard face and bloodshot eyes indicated the toll that weeks of overtime work had taken on her. Eccentric. Eccentric reminds me of that mad scientist stereotype. You can use this adjective to describe someone who's unconventional, sort of odd in their behavior, or maybe in their appearance or in their thinking. Some people may even think of them as strange. Example, Parthiv's eccentric behavior, such as talking to his pet parrot in different accents, always brings laughter to his friends. Manipulative. You can call someone manipulative if they cleverly control or influence others for their own benefit, often in a scheming manner. They get what they want, but they attack the mental and emotional sides of others. They take advantage of others to get power, to get control and benefits. Example: the manipulative salesman used persuasive tactics to make customers buy products that they didn't really need. Narcissistic. Someone can be called narcissistic if they have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They are full of themselves, their own needs, and their own sort of self, They have an inflated sense of self-worth, and they tend to prioritize their own interests above others. Dia is so narcissistic that she can't stop talking about herself, and she expects everyone to always listen to her. Skeptical. Someone is skeptical if they are doubtful or questioning, often expressing hesitation or lack of belief. They have a lot of doubts or questions, and they tend to have a critical or questioning mindset. They're looking for evidence or proof before they accept any claims or ideas. Example: Johan is skeptical of miracle weight loss products. He prefers to rely on scientific evidence and healthy lifestyle choices. Moody. Moody is an adjective you can use for someone who has mood swings. They have frequent changes in mood or temperament, which makes them unpredictable. Sometimes they appear happy, and suddenly they can become sad or irritable for no obvious reason. Gayatri's colleagues find it difficult to work with her due to her moody nature. Her mood can swing from cheerful to grumpy within minutes. Nitpicky. A person who is excessively concerned with minor details or faults, and they tend to focus on small or insignificant flaws. They have a tendency to be overly critical or meticulous about trivial matters, sometimes to an annoying degree. Example: Rajat is a nitpicky editor who meticulously checks every punctuation mark and grammar rule in the documents that he reviews. Okay, so there we have it. 50 advanced C1 level adjectives to describe a personality or their appearance. Now leave me a comment to tell me which ones you like the most. And do press the like button so I know that you want me to make more such videos. And happy learning!